2,000 years later.
So, as you guys just saw, that August is a noob at programming. Yes, yes, yes! I know a lot of people would be asking that how could the great August, who knows hundreds of programming language, be a noob at programming? He knows a lot of programming languages, but he doesn't know the core concepts, which make him a noob at programming. Most of the programmers are noobs because they don't know the core concepts well. The truth might hit hard to you, but you must know how to accept the truth and improve yourself on that. On the contrary, there are people who just know a single programming language, but they know their core concepts very, very well. And that skill makes them a master at their game, which is pretty pug. Most people go on to learn to use the programming languages and frameworks and libraries, a lot of things, rather than learning the core concepts. They should learn the core concepts of how a particular platform, say the web, works. They do not go on to learn how the code gets executed in a programming language. They rather pay more attention to learn how to use that programming language. Code is just a method of expressing our thoughts. Just like English is a method of expressing our thoughts about philosophy, science, and mathematics. Programming languages are just a tool and not the skill. The core concepts are actually a skill. I'll also support my opinion with an analogy to convince you that I am right. If you teach a person how to catch fish using a spear, yes, I'm talking about a Stone Age person, the person would catch the fish and use the fish for nutrition. But if you teach a person the craft to use any weapon, the person would be able to feed himself for his whole life. Even if the fish disappeared, even if the river disappears, the person would be able to hunt other animals for food. I'll also support my analogy with mathematics as it is the only art that never lies. Suppose a person takes 5 years hard work to master the weapon craft and catches no fish whatsoever in that time of 5 years. On the contrary, a person just knows how to catch fish and he would maybe catch 5 fish per day. So the person who just knows how to catch the fish would in total catch 9,125 fish in 5 years. When the person who mastered the craft of weaponry goes on to catch fish, I'm pretty sure that he would be able to catch 1,000 fish in a single day. And as basic math says, the person would be able to catch 10,000 fish in 10 days, which is 10 into 1,000. This proves that a person who masters the core craft would earn more in 10 days than the normal person earns in 5 years. Also, the talent of weaponry stays with the person forever. So he can catch 1,000 fish or 1,000 chicken or 1,000 crabs for the rest of his life every day. Such is programming. You teach a person how to write a timer in JavaScript, he will be able to sell that timer code for some money once. But if you teach that person how does programming and problem solving work at its core, the person will be able to feed himself for life. What I wanted to express via this video is that you should never go after learning more and more programming languages. You should rather go after learning how a particular niche works in depth. I'll at last also give you an example. Suppose web development. There are people who put full stack web developer on their resume in just 6 months of learning web development. Meh, they learn just HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and a little Node.js. And they don't know heck of what is happening with the database and the API, and they don't know how to design the system. I personally know people who have been learning web dev since 5 years, and I myself have been learning web dev since more than an year. And web dev is vast in terms of concepts. You have to learn the accessibility guides, web security, front end design systems, the protocols, the system designs, databases, big data frameworks. That's a lot of stuff, and you need to learn all of that. Learning the concepts is more beneficial, as even if a framework gets deprecated tomorrow, you'll have the skills to grasp over a framework in no time. Very less people learn the core concepts of programming, so it is a great opportunity for you to become one of the top programmers in a niche by learning the core concepts. I'm really sorry if I hurt somebody through anything in the video. The video was fully made to be informative. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.